information, so you can go through ready. It's more clear हुन्छ है. ready पढ्न सक्यो भने it's best for you. त्यस्तै Nagesh Kumar Rao भनेर simplified version, so you can go through that too. Death and deduction मा चाहिँ you'll have lots of pictures, so it's easier for you to understand. It's available in library, Death and Deduction, and Apurva Nandi pani, it's very good book. You can go through that as well. Okay, these are the resources. Now I'll end this slide here. We'll start with the medical legal system of Nepal and legal procedures. Okay, so before starting, why do you think we need to do medical legal investigation? Why
to protect the innocent.
Okay, to protect the innocent. Honey?
To protect the public health.
Okay. How do you protect? That's what I'm asking.
Ma'am, to provide justice.
Okay, so that is why we do medical legal investigation. You know? As a pathologist or as a doctor, how do you provide justice? के गरेर justice दिन्छौ तिमीले?
हामी चाहिँ त्यही त्यो उबाट evidence
ma'am.
Okay, good. So after any kind of criminal activity, may it be suicide, homicide, or accident. You know, accident is not a criminal activity. Sometimes it can be homicidal accidents as well. So body comes to you for examination, right? So by providing the whatever knowledge you have, you help in administration of justice. And that is the basic thing. Now, what are the things that you look for in a body? Examination गर्दाखेरि body को के हेर्छौ त?
Physiology examination गर्दाखेरि त्यही fluids हरु हेर्नु पर्यो म्याम.
के को लागि हेर्छौ fluids हरु?
Sexual assault मा हामीले त्यो लिन सकिन्छ.
भन एकजनाले भन. दिपेन्द्र, yes, you can go on.
Sexual assault मा हामीले fluids हरु हेर्न सकिन्छ किनभने फ्रुक्टोजहरु देखि सिमेनमा हुन सक्छ, त्यसले पनि sexual assault भएको थाहा पाइन्छ कसले के गरेको हो.
Okay, so you can opine that some kind of sexual assault has occurred or some kind of intercourse has occurred by examining the fluid. You know, so you can collect evidences. What else? What if a dead body comes? What are the things?
Injury हेर्ने अनि कुन इन्स्ट्रुमेन्टले गरेछ भनेर पनि हेर्ने.
Okay, you can find the weapon, causative weapon, by examining the injuries. Very good. What else?
Ma'am, अनि poisonले गर्दाखेरि हो भने चाहिँ त्यो बडीमा डिटेक्ट गर्ने.
Okay, if it's a case of poisoning, we can find out if death has occurred due to poisoning, एउटा cause of death. Orko, you can identify the poison by seeing the features, clinical features, as well as postmortem findings. I know you should look for history. Hospital history छ के छ कहाँबाट कहिलेबाट onset भयो के भयो हैन you have to know the clinical features, you have to do postmortem finding, you have to find postmortem findings, and then send fluids as well as viscera for chemical examination to find out quantity and quality of the poison. Okay, so that's a case of poisoning. General one, अब general के find out गर्छु body मा general findings के हो.
Bruises छ कि छैन भनेर हेर्न सकिन्छ.
Bruises के को लागि हेर्ने?
कहिलेकाहीँ होमिसाइडको केसेसहरु आउन सक्छ.
ओके मैले माने bruises हेरेर के बुझ्न सक्छौ तिमीहरुले?
Physical abuse भएको छ कि छैन.
Physical abuse छ अथवा एउटा त abuse छ छैन थाहा पायो, अर्को you can identify the weapon, हैन blunt force हो कि sharp force हो भनेर थाहा पाउँछौ. This will be more clear in injury मा, हैन. So we can identify the weapon, which was already said before. So what else अरु के find out गर्छौ त तिमीहरुले?
Ma'am,
weapon found. Drowning case ma herna मिल्छ.
एकछिन एकजनाले भन त.
Drowning को केसमा म्याम त्यो बडी चोलन छ कि छैन भन्ने थाहा हुन्छ म्याम.
Drowning को केसमा के छ रे?
बडी त्यो सुन्नेको छ कि छैन भनेर थाहा हुन्छ. बडी
swelling छ
सुन्नेको
कि छैन? Okay, so you mean to say if it's a real case of drowning or not भनेर भन्न खोज्यौ सागर?
Yes ma'am, त्यो पहिले मरेर मारेर फालेको हो कि त्यो त्यहाँ पछि डुबेर मरेको भनेर.
So actually we can find out the actual cause of death, हैन? Was the cause of death drowning or anything else, हैन? Was it homicide and body was thrown in the water, or was the person did the person commit suicide and died? Was it antemortem drowning or postmortem drowning? So actual cause of death we can find out. Anything?
Ma'am, time of death पनि थाहा हुन्छ बडीको कन्डिसन.
Very good, very good. So we can find out the time of death. So whatever we discussed earlier is the same. Answer is same. That's why I wanted you to participate in this. So medical legal investigation, we have to find out the actual cause of death, which I already explained. What is the actual cause? Was the cause of death strangulation or was it drowning? Person may be strangulated and thrown in the river, I know, and one might confuse that it was due to drowning. But again, through detailed examination, we can find out the actual cause of death. Was the injury cause of death? While examining your body, you can find bruises, you can find sharp force injuries, sharp cuts, or incision, stab injury, or even firearm injury. But what was the cause of death? Was that injury the actual cause of death, or was something else associated with it? For example, if a person is suffering from splenomegaly, and there was a slight scuffle between two people, slight physical assault, that person might die. Okay, so the other person may be held as a culprit or as accused for killing that person who died. So was he the actual culprit, or was he innocent? You should be able to rule out. All right, so what was the injury enough to cause death of that person? that again plays an important role. Now, did natural disease play any role in death? Is this splenomegaly छ कि छैन? Splenomegaly थियो कि? Maybe that's why he died, or some other debilitating diseases were there for why that person died. That can be also another question. Now, was injuries inflicted by same instrument? What was the causative weapon? We can find out. Was a shaft was used? Was blunt force used? Or any other weapon was used for killing of that person? So by examining the type of injury, size, shape of injury, we can find out the causative weapon. All right. So that is why medical legal examination or investigation should be done. Now, function of medical legal system, it aids in prosecution of crime. Your definition of forensic medicine, or to protect the innocent who might otherwise be accused of crime. That person may have slightly hit that person without any intention of killing the other person, but again, he might be held as accused. Okay, so you should be able to protect the innocent as well. To aid in administration of civil justice. Civil justice, there are two type of crime, that is, two type of cases, that is criminal cases and civil cases. Criminal cases are those cases, I'll again explain you in detail. Criminal cases, the other party is always the state or the country. Okay, and whereas in civil cases, there are always two parties. Example complain versus or other one will be the defense party. Okay, so legally, cases have been divided into two cases, civil as well as criminal. Civil, like we call as Devani, and criminal, it's known as Fauzdari. All right, so again, in our country, it's divided into Sarkarwadi and Dunyawadi. So pertaining to country, it's Sarkarwadi, and if it's pertaining to people, then it's Dunyawadi. Okay, Sarkarwadi civil cases huna sakcha, Sarkarwadi Devani huna sakcha, अथवा Sarkarwadi Fauzdari huna sakcha. Similarly, Dunyawadi Devani र Dunyawadi Fauzdari भनिन्छ. Okay, talking about criminal law, it deals with offenses which are considered to be against public interest. Okay, such as if offenses are against a person, like homicide, or any kind of assault, which caused death of that person, against the property, public property, safety and security, it is again under criminal law. State is the party representing the public as a public prosecutor in Sarkarwadi Fauzdari Hunta, and the accused is the other party. All right, so अघि मैले भने थिए एउटा party मात्र हुन्छ criminal law मा, that is defense. Other party will be the public prosecutor who represents the state. अब कुन चाहिँ कस्तो केसेसहरु criminal law मा पर्छ भन्दाखेरि, if it's against a person, if it's against a certain person, that is counted as it's against the state. If it's against the public property, safety and security, कुनै किसिमको criminal activities भयो अथवा कुनै किसिमको robbery भयो, हैन, that is under criminal cases. Civil cases मा चाहिँ अनि अघि अर्कोमा rape पनि आउँछ है, हाम्रो against the person, offenses against the person is under criminal law. And civil cases, it deals with the dispute between two individuals or two parties, trust, divorce, property, adoption cases. And these are few examples given in civil law. It's against the two, it's a dispute between the two parties, two individuals. So one party who brings the case to the court is known as plaintiff, or Dunyawadi Devani na porsa, and accused is the defendant in both civil and criminal cases. Government cases regulation for inquest and autopsy, a few laws has been laid down. That is, the investigating police officer should prepare a deed of examination of a dead body, that is known as muchulka. In some, whenever some kind of criminal activity takes place, death of a person takes place, then there's an investigating officer who prepares the examination details, a document for examination of detail, which is known as muchulka, or which is also known as inquest in English. Nepalima muchulka bhन्छ, Englishma inquest bhन्छ. So inquest is examination for the cause of death. Right, document for examination of cause of death is inquest. The investigating officer may send the body for autopsy if there is no may not send the body for autopsy if there is no evidence of criminal and suspicious death, and should prepare muchulka accordingly. Kunai pani unexpected sudden death भयो, natural death भयो, this is not required. If it's a hospital death or if it is due to disease, some kind of disease, cancer patients died, not required. But again, if there's a sudden death and then police is involved in that case, then police will first determine if that death is due to natural cause or if that death is due to some kind of unnatural or sudden unexpected death. And if required, he will prepare a muchulka and send the body for postmortem examination. After completion of autopsy, the government doctor must prepare the report and submit the report within 24 hours. Law अनुसार who can do autopsy? Only government doctors could do autopsy, not in private hospitals. But since things have changed a lot lately, now even doctors working in private hospitals where there is a autopsy center, then they can also prepare report. Who is authorized, legally authorized, can do autopsy. It is duty of a concerned hospital or health post to send report within 24 hours when police sends for injury examination or other condition for concerned person during course of investigation. All right, 24 hours भित्रमा चाहिँ report prepare गर्नु पर्यो र पठाउनु पर्यो. Expenses, police officer should provide necessary amount. Okay, boy, anything wrong? Sachin? Okay, so I hope you can hear me, right? Let me know if you can't. Okay, a police officer should provide necessary amount needed for transportation of body from scene to hospital. About unidentified body, if any unidentified body is found, the police should identify and hand over to the relatives if it's a natural death. If body is unidentified and unclaimed, then police can provide the body to medical institute if they need for teaching learning activities. If medical institute do not want the body, police through VDC or municipality or social organization should finally dispose the body. However, in case of death due to homicide, suicide, accident, or other suspicious circumstances, body can be disposed under this provision only after completion of investigation and postmortem examination. Okay, about summarize गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ what we know is that whenever any kind of unnatural death occurs, you can remember this or write it down. Okay, police comes to the death scene. Then inquest is prepared, cause of death is prepared, scene description and body description. So you might be confused, cause of death, police le dincha bhanyo, what's our role? Okay, so this is not considered as final opinion. Yes, please unmute yourself. Duizanale यहाँ विज्ञान र उमार, please unmute yourself. Sorry, mute yourself. And so cause of death is given by, apparent cause of death is given by a police initially. Suppose if a body is found hanging, he will write cause of death is hanging. But the actual cause of death is given by doctor if it's really a case of hanging, or there was a strangulation and the person was hanged later on. Okay, so that is the difference. And scene description or body description is given. It's better. That's why it's better if a medical personnel is accompanying a police, though this system has not been incorporated in our country yet. But again, there are few cases where police takes doctor with them so that they can find out the actual cause of death, as crime scene can describe most of the story, what happened during that period of time. All right. Police formulates the cause of death. Body is sent for autopsy or postmortem examination, where report is prepared and body fluid and organ is sent for forensic science laboratory. So autopsy la aepachi euta first you have to do detailed examination, external examination, internal examination, and if fluid is required, if viscera are to be preserved to find out the actual cause of death, these are collected and sent for forensic FSL, forensic science lab investigation. Then whole report of a report is provided to police, and where do you, after writing down the report, what do you do? Okay, police comes to collect the report. Okay, 24 hours bitrama, you should prepare the report and hand it over to the police. Then police will hand that report to the public prosecutor, a sarkari wakil, if there is some doubt in court of law, and accused. Otherwise, if it's natural or if there's no doubt, then that case will be dismissed then and there. If doubt someone, it's a police will hand it over to sarkari wakil, and then it will be registered in court of law. Accused provides defense lawyer, and government will provide accused if accused is unable to pay. Okay, so accused, jo accused is a defense lawyer, Gorsa, and if government will, if accused cannot, accused one, culprit or maybe innocent, so government will provide the accused. Who it's a defense lawyer provide person. So there will be two-party, accused versus public prosecutors, or accused versus state. There's hearing in court and judge gives the verdict. Okay, we'll join back again, right? 1 minute left, so we'll join back again.